Well, it was Michigan State making the plays in the final couple of minutes. Tyson Walker specifically, as the Badgers fall to Michigan State 69-63 in the quarterfinal round of the Big Ten tournament. But how it works in conference tournaments, you really turn the page in a hurry, as the Wisconsin Badgers now sit and wait to find out who, when, and where they will play, as they have once again earned the right to get into the NCAA tournament and have earned the right to get a high seed as well. We'll look at some of the highlights from Friday's quarterfinal game with the Spartans. We'll hear from Chucky Hepburn, Brad Davison, and Johnny Davis. And then it is on to the madness of March. All coming up on this week's edition of the Badger Sports Report. From Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, this is Matt LePay. We welcome you to Wisconsin basketball as the Big Ten co-champions taking on the Michigan State Spartans. Both hands off to Hepburn, left-hander to the free throw line. Chucky in the lane, takes it left of the lane, curls back into the paint, pivots, fades, lets it go, and it's off the rim and in for Chucky Hepburn. We are tied at 4, 15-18 left in the half. A pass out to Hepburn, high on the left. Chucky leaves it for Davison at the top. Working against Tyson Walker, pivots to the fadeaway. Good, mid-range, right of the lane. Davison with 16-14 Michigan State. 6 minutes left in the first half. Bounce pass to a posting Brad Davison. Jaden Akins defending, a double from Bingham. Brad retreats, now curls into the lane. He'll fade, flips him just inside the foul line. Good. Brad Davison doing what he can. 22-20 Michigan State. Johnny Davis out high. Davis against Akins. Johnny hesitation dribble, left of the lane, goes up, left hand, good, counted and a foul. Johnny Davis with a strong take and an and one, and the Badgers are back to within 2. Chucky threw the logo to the front court. Hepburn spinning, runs it out the crowd. He'll try a three, left of the circle. There it is. Stephen Crow with the first three-pointer of the game for either team. Baseline right, Chucky ready to get it in play. And circling is Johnny Davis, low on the left. He scores and is fouled in the process. They get the quick hitter as Johnny Davis curled himself free into the paint, and the Badgers take the lead for the first time tonight. Looks it out the crowd right side, feeds Brad up top for three. Good. Brad Davison with 18 points tonight. These are for Hepburn at the top. Now to Brad up top for three. Good again. Another three for Davison. 54-50 Michigan State. Out to Chucky for three. Right side. Money. Chucky Hepburn, his first three of the night. 56-53 Michigan State. 3:10 to play. Jump pass to Hepburn for three. Right corner. Tie game. Chucky Hepburn with a triple. We're tied at 58 with 1:50 remaining. Long inbounds pass to Crow. Feeds Jordan Davis. Tries a three. Off the rim, no. And the Spartans will advance to the semifinal round of this Big Ten Conference Tournament. The Badgers will go into Selection Sunday with a 24-7 record. A terrific body of work. And once again, they'll go into the 0-0 mode heading into the NCAA tournament next week. This is Wisconsin basketball. Out front pass knocked away by Davis. Johnny gets the steal. Johnny down the lane. Slam dunk with a right hand. Off the wall, another three. Got it! And a feed to Davison running the floor. Down the lane to the rim. Layup good. Front court. High screen Carlson. Deep three. Hepburn. Got it. Goes to Davis for three. Right side. Book it. Fourth three of the half for Johnny Davis.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com.
When you've been injured, you need the hometown team on your side. Trust us to get you back in the game. Call Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. One call, that's all.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Hard work, sweat, knowledge in your own two hands. These are the tools that build Wisconsin. Leave your mark on the real world with zero debt and higher pay. All from day one. It's time to do work that works for you. Learn more at buildingwisconsintogether.com.
On this game day, Good Foods Guacamole would like to salute all you players, no matter what you seem to be playing. You, sir, are a winner. You, ma'am, triumphant, and thumbs up to whatever it is you're doing. So let's hoist a guac-laden chip to all you players out there. Good Foods Guac, made from the freshest avocado and the cleanest ingredients. So here's to all the players and whatever game it is they're trying to play. Game day is Guac Day. Good Foods Guac.
Injured? You need a team you can trust. Call Gruber Law Offices today, serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Gruber Law Offices, a proud partner of Wisconsin Badger Athletics. One call, that's all.
It's a good learning experience for us because now it's on to the next, and from here on out, 40 minutes is all we're guaranteed. So, our guys are disappointed. We wanted to continue to stay and continue to play, but not good enough for long enough stretches to be able to stay in the tournament.
Every time you have the opportunity to compete, you want to be out there for your team. So whether it's foul trouble or whatever it may be, you want to be out there trying to compete and trying to win and do everything you can to help your team be successful. And like Coach said, these games and these minutes aren't guaranteed anymore, so you want to always leave your best foot forward, and that's just the desire to win.
Being the status that I had coming to the game, I'm pretty sure their game plan was to try and, take away those shots or contest those shots really hard, and I don't think I did a good job of dispersing the ball and finding my teammates, but, a lot of those shots just were on me, rushed them, or just didn't get the look that I wanted to.
You can't micromanage shots. Because if you do that, he's gone 10 for 19 for us. But I'm sure getting back into a normal practice routine and get into a rhythm will help him a lot. It looked like he hadn't, he'd been out of a rhythm in terms of what he'd done in practice, and he was. Because he was working his way back from last weekend.
They didn't get a lot of foul calls, which we got played through that, but I think if some of the foul calls we would have got, probably would have changed the momentum of the game. No, he's just kind of a calm and collected person, so you never know when he's frustrated or not. He just plays this game and tries to win.
I think there's a lot of things that we can look to, offensively, defensively, shots. That's one thing, that shots aren't always going to fall. Free throws aren't always going to go down at the rate that you want. You just got to continue to stay confident, continue to get there. But there's also a lot of other things that we can look at that we probably could have and should have done better to not be in this position we're in now.
But there's things that don't show up in the stat sheet that we have to be better at. We put ourselves in foul trouble the first half. Guys had to sit. Steve and Chris had to sit an extended amount. So, Johnny had to sit there with the 4 fouls. Brad fouls out. So all those things that add up, we have to be better at that. And part of that's discipline. Part of that's playing a little wiser. Because it'll change. Officiating will change now even more as we get to the Big Ten or to the NCAA tournament. We won't have crews that have reffed the Big Ten, so it'll be tight, and we're gonna have to do a good job of adhering to how we teach and how we need to play.
This team is special, so I think we'll be able to get our focus back and hopefully get our focus back for the NCAA tournament.
We're not defined by 2 games. We're probably more defined by the 30-some games before that. We've been there, done that. We've won a lot of close games. We've battled. We've done things the right way, and we've had pretty good outcomes throughout the year. So we look at this as learning opportunities. A lot of things that we can do better, and now we got some time to rest and recover and fix those things so that we don't have, this feeling in a quiet locker room for ever again.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. weabenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.
Well, it never gets old to have an edition of the Coach's Show with a trophy and the net that was snipped at the end of the share of the championship, clinched last Tuesday against the Purdue Boilermakers. Never gets old talking to a Big Ten Coach of the Year. Second time in 3 years that Coach Gard has the honor. You and your staff, I think, as you would say. But congratulations. Like to you talk about all the guys who were certainly deserving of individual honors. But I would think when you win a lot, awards come. So very, very, very proud moment, I would think, earlier in the week.
Yeah, thanks. There's no doubt that, when you have a really good team, there's a lot of good things that follow along with it, and obviously having this is probably the most important thing, and all our players would say the same thing. So it's been a fun group to work with, and I'm just happy that they're able to be recognized for all their accomplishments.
Well, yourself, as mentioned, Coach of the Year, Johnny Davis, a Player of the Year. It's the fourth Badger now over the last not even 2 decades to be so honored. And we talked about him so much. You saw flashes last year in games, and maybe you saw more in practices as well. But I mean, in a league with a lot of really, really good players, it says something that both, that most importantly the coaches but people who cover it too recognize what greatness looks like.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt that, in the time span he's been able to jump on the map from, a relative unknown, not unknown around here, but within the Big Ten footprint, and then nationally, obviously he's starting to garner a lot of national awards too. So it's great. Proud of him. Proud of his work that he's done. And he would say thanks to my teammates too. And I know they put him in good position. But he's worked. And he's listened. He's been very coachable. He's extremely competitive. So when you put that type of work combine that with a lot of talent too, you get a phenomenal player.
And the others who were recognized individually: Brad Davison, second team; Tyler Wall, honorable mention; Chucky Hepburn on the all-freshman team again. Earned, because preseason, Johnny wasn't on a top 100 somebody's list, right? The best players in the country, and for Brad, Tyler, and Chucky to truly earn these awards.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think the one when I called them all the other night when it started to come out, I wanted to have them hear it first from me, and Brad, with being on the coaches, that really meant something to Brad, because he wants to coach, he really respects the profession. And then obviously with what Tyler's done, I know he's been in some all-glue teams and different things like that. And then obviously Chucky, for a freshman to come in and play the point guard position and lead a team to a championship is a tremendous accomplishment.
You mentioned Brad, and he just knows what to say, right? When the seniors and they all did a great job. Carter Higginbottom, Chris Vogt, and then Brad. He sounds like a coach, doesn't he? And you get to see it up close all the time. I think everybody in the house did too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think there's just I'm starting to run out of words to describe him and just the impact he's had. You saw just how he can eloquently put it into words, and he lives that every day and wears his heart on his sleeve, plays the game to the best of his ability. But again, has been such a phenomenal leader for us, such a phenomenal representative of our program, and a great teammate that holds everybody accountable. There's a lot of, we wouldn't have won a championship if we didn't have a certain guy fill in the blank. But Brad is no doubt at the head of that in terms of just making sure everything was right.
I've asked a couple of the players about this. I'd love your perspective, because each team, as you guys have always stressed, each team is unique. But of the conference championship winning teams, I'm going to imagine there's a common thread. But what makes this one unique?
Well, they're the youngest team to win it that we've had. And I think the one thing is this group, they came together so fast. I think that's what I started to see last spring, and I alluded to it several times. It really became visible in the summer. I could just tell they liked each other. They had a great work ethic. There was a chemistry starting to grow there. aside from having really good players. You know, that's an important key that I can't miss. But just how fast they grew together and how fast they all wanted to chase the same goal.
As we record this, it is before the selection show, but it will be first seen by viewers on Sunday with the selection coming up later. Can you give us just a little bit of a perspective, Greg, about how technology has made, this rapid-fire scouting a little bit more manageable, even compared to when you guys first arrived? I would imagine that's changed and it's become a little bit more doable.
It's changed immensely. We have almost instant access to really any game probably around the country that's happened throughout the year. And our video crew, AJ Van Handel's been working on this for already a couple weeks. I mean, they have their matrix and their grid, and they'll be putting things together, and they've been recording games that I know they've been putting our manager crew to work late at night, recording games from different parts of the country as we come down to the end of the regular season, and then also as these conference tournaments unwind and play out, we'll have definitely no shortage of film and access in today's world with technology. You're right. It's but they definitely AJ puts a lot of hours in and makes sure we're well prepared.
How important is where you play? How important is that to you?
I've been on both sides of this. I've seen where it's helped in 2014. I don't think we beat Oregon and come back without a Milwaukee crowd that we had. I'm not sure we're as focused as we were when we went to Buffalo in 2017 and ended up beating Villanova to go to the Sweet 16 when they were number one. Each team's a little different. There's advantages of being close to home with fan support. There's disadvantages with distractions. There's advantages obviously of being on the road, and we see that even in the regular season. Sometimes teams get more focused and do a better job on the road because they're isolated and we can eliminate some of the outside noise.
Isn't it nice to get a question like that? Going to the tournament again, by the way.
Yeah, 22 out of the last 23. Hey, it doesn't just happen, as Coach Christ always says. There's a lot of people and a lot of time and a lot of work that goes into it, and just really proud of our whole group.
Yeah, absolutely. Never to be taken for granted what this team has accomplished and continues to accomplish here this season as well. Stay with us. More to come as we continue with the Badger Sports Report.
Compeer Financial has always been there for our clients and communities in any situation. And our support continues today as our clients work relentlessly to feed, clothe, and fuel the world. Compeer is proud to continue our strong commitment to our clients, the rural communities where they live, and to agriculture. We're here to help meet the financial needs of rural America, and we'll navigate through this together.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
That's so special. I think as you grow up as a kid, you watch people win championships, whether it's in the NBA, college, whatever it may be, and you see, even high school, you see teams cut down the nets, go up the ladder, raise it, go like this, raise the fist. So it's just a cool moment. It's a little token you can take away from that night and that memory and that moment. So it's definitely special. It's cool to see all the videos of all my teammates going out there. Just the joy on everyone's face is pretty special. The goal. That was the topic of conversation I was having with the coaches after last season when I was thinking about my future and my decisions of what I wanted to do moving forward. Is, my goal and my reasoning for coming back was to help the team be successful and to compete at the highest level and to continue to raise that standard and that bar of this program here at the University of Wisconsin. So, we don't really believe in the whole rebuild thing. We have a standard, and that's what we're going to stick with. So, to have the opportunity to come back, I'm just so grateful that I got to do it with this group of guys, for this coaching staff, for this university. I love it. I love it here. I love these guys, and that's what it's all about for me, basketball-wise. I don't really set personal goals or individual goals. I just want to win. And I want to compete at the highest level And at this level, it's winning Big Ten championships. So thankfully we got 2, but there's more out there for us to get. I think this is just a brand new group this year. You know, they're experiencing things for the first time. They just have so much gratitude and joy to be here. You know, like I got to experience their first weight room session, their first fall workout. Even though it's my 4th or 5th time experiencing these, it was all their first experiences. And so they just have so much joy and gratitude and just love competition and just have such a great desire to win. And I think I saw that right away. Is just the only thing they cared about was playing hard, winning, and you know, they wanted to be on the floor to help the team be successful. And that was a really fun energy to be a part of, and I'm wired that same way. So once we realized how much talent we had in the gym, the pieces to the puzzle we had, we didn't exactly know what the puzzle would look like, but we knew we had the pieces to do something special. I just get overwhelmed with gratitude for the memories, but especially the people and the experiences I've got along the way, the relationships that I've developed that, you know, go much deeper and much farther than just on the basketball court. So many people that have helped pour into me and develop me into the person, the player that I've become. So I think I'll definitely just be reflecting with gratitude of all the relationships that I've developed.
Goes into Davison, right corner 3, nailed it! Brad Davison, boy, how many times has he done that?
The biggest thing that I've learned in my time here is that I love the game of basketball, but basketball does not solely define who I am. You know, my perspective on basketball is that it's a gift from God, but my identity is not in the game of basketball. So, you know, it's not about how I perform or how many wins we get or how many points I score. But what really matters to me is the relationships and the memories I make along the way with my teammates and coaches and having family and friends come to games. I think that's a lesson that I've learned through my shoulder injury, through the highs, through the lows, is the people and the relationships is what makes basketball so special to me. I have a little different perspective than some other guys in my position. Growing up, I've always had the desire and the goal and the passion to become a college basketball coach one day. I never grew up with the desire to play professional basketball in the NBA or overseas. That opportunity has only kind of become apparent over the last couple of years because of the individual and team success that we've had. So I'm not exactly sure what my future has in store for me yet. I know I'm going to look at all. I'm thankful for all the different options and opportunities that will be there, keeping my hands and my heart open. But I do know that I still want to become a coach, college basketball coach someday. So we'll see what God has in store. I'm really just trying to stay present in the moment, be where my feet are, make the most out of this run that I have with my team, and then those are conversations and thoughts and prayers and bridges that I'm gonna have to cross when the time comes.
Hard work, sweat, knowledge in your own 2 hands. These are the tools that build Wisconsin. Leave your mark on the real world with 0 debt and higher pay. All from day one. It's time to do work that works for you. Learn more at buildingwisconsintogether.com.
On this game day, Good Foods Guacamole would like to salute all you players, no matter what you seem to be playing. You, sir, are a winner. You, ma'am, triumphant, and thumbs up to whatever it is you're doing. So let's hoist a guac-laden chip to all you players out there. Good Foods Guac, made from the freshest avocado and the cleanest ingredients. So here's to all the players and whatever game it is they're trying to play. Game day is Guac Day. Good Foods Guac.
The Badger Sports Report is presented by UW Health, the healthcare team for the Badgers. Learn more at uwsportsmedicine.org. And is brought to you by the Construction Business Group, Wisconsin operating engineers and respected contractors. BuildingWisconsinTogether.com.
As always, we thank head coach Greg Gard, as well as Chucky Hepburn, Brad Davison, and Johnny Davis, and we wish them all the best as they head into the NCAA Tournament this week. Join us next week as we recap the Badgers in the opening week of the Big Dance. Thanks for watching.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them, your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results.
Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
We believe in education. We believe in public schools. At WEA Member Benefits, we believe in helping Wisconsin public school employees and their families achieve their financial goals by providing personal insurance, retirement and investment, and financial planning programs that are designed specifically for the education community. WEABenefits.com.
My favorite breakfast is Odyssey yogurt. I asked Mommy where it comes from, and she took me to a dairy farm to learn all about milk and, most importantly, cows. Wisconsin cows are definitely the happiest, which means they make the tastiest yogurt. My favorite is blueberry. What's your flavor? Support your local farmers. EIEI Odyssey.